Right. Snehesh, tell us, we've seen transgressions happening every year. In 2015, there were about 500. In 2016, there were about 240 to about 300. But now we have seen about 200 transgressions this year already. But what we're seeing right now in these pictures, is this unusual? Is throwing stones, using iron rods, is this a normal exercise that Chinese troops indulge in?
No, absolutely not, Parishit. This is not a normal exercise, and that is why you had the border personal meeting that was held the next day itself, where India had called for it, and India had made it very clear that such sort of actions by the Chinese soldiers is completely unacceptable, and it cannot be repeated ever again. And there have been skirmishes between the two sides. Usually, it ended up with shoving or with a banner drill that is performed in the sense that the Indians hold out a banner saying that you are in Indian territory and ask the Chinese to go back. There have been few incidents in the past where you had, the troops pushing each other, shoving a bit, but stones being thrown and rods being used for the first time.
Absolutely, Snehesh. And if we look at these pictures once again, the Chinese troops in a very aggressive posture. We have seen videos there as well. Earlier from the Uttarakhand area, from the Ladakh area, and the body language is never that aggressive. The body language is always more of the kind where the Chinese are trying to make a point. Yes, they do enter Indian territory. They are pushed. Sometimes there may be a fists exchange or some sort of physical fight or a physical push here, a physical push there, but it stops there. But the number of troops that we are seeing there at this point in time, this was a threatening posture that the Chinese are taking. I'm not a military expert, not an expert on these subjects, but you can tell us probably the body language speaks volumes, doesn't it, Snehesh?
Yeah, absolutely. This is an aggressive posture by the Chinese army. At the same time, as I mentioned earlier, there never been any incident of, at least known incident, reported incident of any stone pelting that has taken place between the two sides. In this video clearly shows stones being pelted by the Chinese troops and Indians reacting to it in whatever way that was possible at that particular point of time.
That's right. And could we possibly see more aggressive postures by... All right, I believe, Snehesh, we also have Niranjan. Niranjan, it's over to you for the very latest, very dramatic pictures coming in.
China और इंडिया में लड़ रहे हैं कहाँ पर है वो नहीं पता वो पता नहीं
All right, Niranjan will be joining us in just a bit. But Snehesh, you've been speaking to your sources in the army, in the intelligence agencies. Do they expect such acts to happen again in the coming weeks? Considering that the Doklam standoff is yet to be resolved, negotiations are still on. Will we see such aggressive posturing by the Chinese again? Can that be ruled out?